All right. Next game. Carolina Panthers. They're 6-5. They started the season 0-2, which means they're 6-3 in their last 9 games. They just had a huge victory over, I don't remember who. Hold on. Who they beat? Sorry, this is terrible. They beat Atlanta. Niners also beat Atlanta. They beat them in overtime, 30-27. Their quarterback, Bryce Young, threw for 450 yards. This is going to be a bigger test than the Arizona Cardinals. It's a team with the winning record. They're mediocre. It's an interesting test for the 49ers. How mediocre are the 49ers? Can they beat a mediocre team like Carolina? They should be able to, but their defense is just so bad. It makes you feel like maybe Bryce Young could go crazy.
Okay, Iggy, let's do a little education, which I need
Sure.
as well. Tell us a little about Bryce Young, what kind of quarterback he is, and what you think of him.
Okay, so Bryce Young went to Alabama, and he was the quarterback after Mac Jones. He won the Heisman. He was the number 1 pick in 2023. The second pick was C.J. Stroud, who beat the Niners a month ago. He's probably as good as C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud was better his rookie year, but Bryce Young's really improved. He's short. He's about 5'10", but he's not like Kyler Murray. He's not a dual threat quarterback. He's a lot like Purdy, really. I mean, he scrambles around to throw. He's a playmaker. He's a good athlete. Questionable field vision because he's short, but he's a hell of a competitor, and he's been winning since high school. So he didn't have much success the first 2 years of his career because the team stunk. But their coach, Dave Canales, is pretty good. He came from Tampa Bay. He did a good job with Baker Mayfield. And he's slowly been building a team there. They've been drafting in the top 10 for years. They have a wide receiver who's really good, Ted McMillan. He went to Arizona. He's a rookie. They have a running back who's really good, Enrico Dowdle. They're not the best team, but they beat the Packers. They're not the Cardinals.
Do you know anything about their defense?
Do I know anything about their defense? Not a ton. It's okay. Let me see who they got on their defense. Let me get some names for you. Derek Brown, their defensive end, is excellent. Nick Skirton, their outside linebacker, is pretty good. J.C. Horn, their cornerback, is great. It's a mediocre defense. The Niners' offense should be pretty good.
Okay.
It's really, again, it's the test is for the Niners defense because they make backup quarterbacks look like excellent starters. What are they going to make Bryce Young look like in this game with no pass rush? Yeah.
Okay. Let's go a little step further. If the 49ers win this game, will it be more significant than a win over the Cardinals?
Absolutely.
Why?
Now you're beating a team that's mediocre, a team that has a winning record. Now, I don't know. I doubt that the Carolina Panthers are going to go to the playoffs. Still, though, it would be 2 wins in a row. It would maybe indicate that the 49ers didn't fall victim to their own hype and praise and stuff like that. Like I feel like they have a lot in the last couple of years. It would maybe show that they're getting serious and maybe on the verge of going on a run. Because they're not going to make the playoffs if they have an easy schedule. They have to take care of business right now. This is the easiest part of the easy schedule. They got to win this game and the next game against the Browns and the next game after that against the Titans. They got to win 4 in a row. They've won 1. So at least it would show that they're capable.
What if they lose to Carolina? What would it indicate?
They're not a serious team, that they're not going to the playoffs, that they can't sustain momentum, that something's wrong.
Okay.
They're 6.5-point favorites. They're at home.
How many points?
6.5.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So clearly this game means more obviously than the Arizona game. But Iggy, it may even mean more than the last Rams game. Because you didn't think they would beat the Rams. But now they got their quarterback back, and everybody's talking about what a wonderful thing that is. They should beat these guys.
Yes.
So we will learn more from this game than from the previous 2.
I agree. I mean, you're not at the Rams level. No shame in that. They might win the Super Bowl. You beat the Cardinals. Wonderful. They committed 17 penalties, and they might have the top 5 pick in the draft. Carolina's kind of on your level or slightly below. And if you lose to Carolina with Brock Purdy and Kittle and McCaffrey and Trent Williams on the field, it makes you feel like, what are they building? Maybe Carolina's building something better than you. Maybe they're better. I mean, they have a
Yeah.
younger team than you. Maybe they're the team with the bright future. But if you beat Carolina, it's like, okay, that's another hurdle you cleared. We can see what your level is. Maybe that loss to Houston was just kind of fluky on the road against an AFC team. Maybe you really are one of the better teams in the NFC.
Yeah. So actually, this is a game I look forward to every game, but I look forward to certain games as I'm going to learn. And I feel this is one of those. And what's more, they're going to learn.
Yeah. I mean, they faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's a better team than Carolina. The Niners kept it pretty close but lost. Maybe the Niners aren't quite as good as Tampa Bay. But if they're better than Carolina, that's something. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think this game still means more if they lose than if they win. If they had beaten the Rams, that would have been incredible. But if you
Oh,
if you beat Carolina again, it's like you're supposed to, and we'll praise you for that. But again, you don't throw a party. You don't celebrate in the locker room. It's a Steve Young sober moment when you walk around and remind people this isn't it.
yes. But I would say it's a good step forward. Beating
Excellent step
Arizona
forward.
was not a step forward. It was standing in place.
It was
Beating
stopping the bleeding.
I love it. I love it. It
Yeah.
was. Yes.
Yeah.
Because they were hemorrhaging after that last game.
Yeah.
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 But beating these guys would be a step forward.
Absolutely.
And if I were there, I'd praise them. I would
Absolutely.
for
It
that.
would be a big step forward. And I kind of expect them to win. They have all the talent to win this game. And then it would be, I mean, really, their losses this year have been to AFC teams. I mean, they lost to the Rams. No shame in that, but they lost to the Texans. And I sometimes they just feel very unprepared against random. Like they lost to the Jaguars and looked awful. They haven't
Yeah, they
beaten an
did.
AFC team since I want to say they beat the Patriots week 4 last year. This Panthers team is an NFC team. They're 6-5. They have a very similar record. They're a game behind the Niners. It's a very important game. The Niners
Yeah.
should take it seriously and they should kick their ass. I don't know if they have the defense to really pull it off, but like Kittle said, their offense is supposed to be really good. The Panthers defense isn't anything special. They should score 30 points. Minimum. Have to.
I love it.
Yeah. But I don't have a real I'm not ready to bet a bottle of wine with you right now on a Monday. Maybe that's the downside of moving this show to Mondays, is it'll be fewer wagers.
It's all right. I lose all the time.
That's
Anyway,
true.
we're going to your brother's house for Thanksgiving, and we'll bring some nice wine over for that.
We sure will.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell him what I got you for your birthday?
Oh, when I turned 80, Iggy got me. You went to Kermit Lynch, right? If you don't know, Kermit Lynch is maybe the best wine shop in the Bay Area, but it's really French, which is mostly Burgundy and Syrah and South, and Italian. And he got me this beautiful Burgundy and Côte de Nuit,
Nuit Saint Georges.
Nuit Saint Georges, and we'll have a special dinner one night and drink that.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
It'll be nice.
You got me a bottle of for my 21st birthday when I was born in 1988 Mouton Rothschild.
I did.
You did. I still have the bottle. It's pretty tasty. Thanks, Dad. Michael
Okay.
McCann says you add talent at the deadline and pull your starters and blowouts when you're planning a playoff run. Kyle never rests his starters. He's all throttle.
I love the image, all throttle. I love it. Good going.
I just remember when Seifert was the coach and I was a fan of this team and I was a little kid. I used to vivid images of Steve and Jerry talking on the sideline wearing those little hats. You knew the game was over when they were wearing the hats.
Yeah.
They had a lot of games like that. Kang says
And
BP wanted comeback game at Arizona, his home, and they suck. He's from Arizona.
Oh, because he's from Arizona. That's digging deep. That's digging deep.
Bill Kennedy says Niners usually lose 1 or 2 that they should win.
I agree.
Yeah. Noah says Purdy will be completely exposed by the end of the year as the inferior quarterback. His downfall will start in Cleveland. Wow. What do you fucking know?
Whoa.
Whew. He did lose to Cleveland 2 years ago, though, and the thing about Cleveland, as embarrassing as that franchise is, their defense is outstanding, and they have the best pass rusher in football, one of the best of all time in Myles Garrett. He's just incredible. So, could happen. And
Hey,
and Kyle's 1-9 in his career against Jim Schwartz. He's got the Schwartz.
hey, Iggy. Several years ago, was it in Cleveland we went and Johnny Manziel beat them? Was that
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland?
Oh, yeah, we were
Hey,
there for that.
here's the thing. You remember Randy Cross was the center of
Mhm.
the great 49er teams. He emailed me for that game and he said, and Cleveland sucked, and poor Johnny football wasn't that good. He said, they're going to beat the 49ers. And he was right.
I was sitting
He
next to you in the press box. I remember you tweeted something like, "I'm here in Cleveland, Browns suck," expecting to watch the Niners win, and he DM'd you
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
wouldn't expect that at all." And you were like, "Well, what do you know about the Browns that I don't know?" And he's like, "It's not about the Browns. It's about how poorly coached the Niners are." That was the Jim Tom Sula year. He's like, "They're not gonna win a
yeah.
road game. They're on the
That's what he
road."
wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what he thought of Tom Sula. Randy
If I
Cross,
remember,
who's
I think they were like 4-4 or 5-3 at home that year and 1-7 or 0-8 on the road. They
yeah, he
really
was
sucked.
right.
Yeah.
Iggy, you know that Randy was UCLA, right?
That's right, baby. That Jim Tom Sula year was incredible. Week 1, they won. I forget who they beat, and people, talk about narratives. People
Oh,
were talking about how the
oh,
Niners were smart to get rid of Harbaugh, and this guy was really great, and people were looking at him like he was this next superstar and trying to find his whole story and interview his people loosely connected to him and shit. And then week 2, they went to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh wasn't that special at the time. They're okay. And they lost like 48-17. It was such uh, a sobering moment for the narratives. And then we saw after the game in
oof.
the locker room, it's like when you see like in a movie when someone's like there's been an explosion and their like arm's been blown off, but they don't know it yet. You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, everything's fine." Oh, miss. He was walking around shaking people's hand like it wasn't the most embarrassing loss ever. Thank you for your
Iggy,
effort. Thank you for your effort. We're
yeah,
like, what
he
the
was
what
thanking
effort?
the players. Thank you for your effort. And as you recall, we happened to be standing near Joe Staley at that moment.
Yep.
And he went to Joe and said, "Thank you for your effort." And Joe gave us a look like, "Can you believe this shit?" I mean, wasn't that the
Yeah.
look, Iggy?
Yeah, like, look, I know I'm a good player, and I know I wasn't directly responsible for the loss, so thanks, but I've been in a lot of locker rooms, I've played for a lot of coaches. When you get your ass kicked like that, generally, we're all supposed to be worried that you're upset. You're not supposed to be worried about us, you know?
And Iggy, that's the time I wrote after the second game.
Oh, yeah.
Forget this guy. Forget him. I wrote him
Yeah,
off after 2 games, and I was
yeah,
right.
you were
I
right.
was
And
right.
I think Joe Staley wrote him off after 2 games too, like,
Iggy, he gave us the look. It was
because
the
that's the
can you
kinda thing
believe?
a position coach would do, like, "Hey, I'm the good guy. Thanks for your effort today." Of course, the head coach is going to chew your ass out, but I'm not the bad cop. I'm the good cop. Tom Sula, he couldn't handle that.
Listen, I hear he's a big success in Germany.
He was born to coach in Germany. They love
Yeah,
him over there.
yeah. I'm sure he
Well,
eats a
Jim,
lot of schnitzel. He eats a schnitzel.
I like a good schnitzel.
I like a schnitzel.
Yeah. What is a schnitzel?
Isn't
A
it like a
breaded
cutlet or something?
chicken,
Yeah, yeah,
breaded
yeah. Like
chicken
some,
cutlet. It's pretty good. A
yeah,
little gravy.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's go watch some Monday Night Football. Thanks for hanging with us late today on this Monday. I was flying and then I came back. I fell asleep. And you
You
and
did?
your mouth, well, you couldn't even you could move your mouth.
No, no. I was numb. I was paralyzed on the left side, but now I'm okay.
But the thing is we waited a little bit, and as a result of waiting, we had our best show ever.
It's best show ever.
Yeah.
All right, Iggy. I love you.
I love you too. Enjoy the game. I'll be back tomorrow. Hang tight.